Welcome back to AO Air Guns. Today we'll be shooting the Ruger Impact Max Elite. This is a 22 caliber break barrel single round with open sights. It does come with a scope, which I'll show you all in a moment. Safety is manual, forward for fire, back for safe. I guess before I set it down, it does have a couple, I guess you can call them attachments. And I'll show you what those are for in just a moment. So the sights, besides open sights, I should say, starting to get it ahead of the the horse here, the cart in front of the horse. It does come with a 4x32 scope, as well as the mounting rings, and then the two attachments are for the strap or sling, whichever you prefer to call it. I've never had to use the strap or the scope. I've always been open sights with this gun, which is funny because I've had this gun for I believe going on almost 2 years now, since I started my airgun hobby. So to not have used either of those, it's kind of surprising. But a lot of what I do is bench shooting and target plinking at kind of close range. Right now we're sitting at about 24 meters, so we're not going real far range, I guess is how I'd put it. if my brain will work. Let's see, as far as feet per second on shooting distances, standard lead is about 950 feet per second, with alloys being higher at 1050 feet per second. Like I said, it's a 22 caliber break barrel single round. This is a gas piston power plant, so it's got a little more power to it than the spring, but kind of about the same amount of recoil, if that makes sense. It's not super heavy. The max shooting distance for this gun is about 100 yards, which of course for target plinking practice is just perfect, honestly. The max max length, there we go, on this gun is about 44.75 inches, with the barrel taking up about 15 inches. The weight on this gun is about 7.5 pounds. Not overly heavy, but not real light either. It's decently heavy enough for shooting some of these pellets that we'll be putting through it today. I showed you the safety already. It is a rifled steel bore, with it being a pellet rifle. And then of course, like I said, the 4x32 scope, the open sights. Yeah, it's a really fun gun to shoot. Never had any issues with it. It's fired every pellet that I put through it, which is interesting, because sometimes they can be a little pellet picky. This one has shot practically just about any pellet that I put through it. So, and speaking of pellets, today we'll be shooting the RWS Hobbies. These are 11.9 grain. These are the lightest ones that I have. I do have the pellets listed in order from lightest to heaviest grain. That is due to me wanting to make sure the gun warms up, make sure everything works before stepping up into the heavier grains. From the RWS Hobbies, we get into the 14.5 grain Rifle Diablo Pro Max. From there, stepping up into these pellets, which are really quickly becoming one of my favorites. I love these pellets. The JSB Hades at 15.89 grain. And then stepping up from 15.89 to 16.36 grain, H&N Terminators. Can't wait to do those. And then, of course, being a Ruger air gun, I gotta go with the 17 grain Ruger Super Points. And then to round us off are the 18.1 grain JTS Dead Centers. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right. Breaking it super easy. Never had an issue with it. Really, really smooth. Always has been from the start. RWS Hobbies. Whew. Those hit hard. Of course, with pellets, the lighter the pellet is, the faster it goes, the less knockdown power it has, and vice versa. Heavier the pellet, slower it goes, more impact. Oh, that one had enough power. It started to shoot pellets into the metal barn. Okay. Let's go for number 3. We'll shoot 3 of each pellet. Whew. I'm not sure if I said this earlier. We are shooting the 8-inch steel target, 24 meters. Get those closed up. Next up are the Rifle Diablos. They're just a domed pellet. These will be just a little bit heavier than the RWS Hobbies. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Come here, come here. None of these pellets apparently are too happy about me picking them to shoot out of the gun. There you go. I guess one thing that I will caution you about, if you're wearing a shirt with pockets, you need to be careful of this back stud here. It does pivot, but it could potentially get caught on the pocket, so just be aware of that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Close those up. All right. We get to the Hades next, and these are quickly, like I think I said earlier, these are quickly becoming one of my favorite pellets. I love them, and it's not just due to the design of the pellets. I think this gun just really likes these pellets, whether it's how they're made or the weight, whatever it is. She really likes these pellets, so I'm glad that I get to shoot these out of this gun. Here we go. Ooh, that had some braking power, and it shot it over against the metal barn. That was a big thud, too. That must have been a big chunk of pellet. Here we go, number 2. No hit on the metal barn this time. Interesting. Come here. There we go. Last one. Whew. Okay. Close that one up. I gotta turn back around here. Time for the Terminators. Come on. There you go. It's kind of tricky doing this holding a pellet and a couple fingers, so I don't have the full hand to hold on to it. Ah, small piece of that one hit the board. Number 2. Whew, that was a good smack. I heard that one. That was louder than the first one. Okay. And number 3. Let's see what we got. Number 3. Well, it might help if I take the safety off. Hey! I was right. Interesting. All right. That was the Terminators. Next up are the Super Points. All right. Maybe if these want to cooperate. 2. There you go. That one wanted to be shot. It went straight in, no issues. Uh-oh. That was a miss. That may have been on me. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Safety off. There we go. That may have just been me. Let's go 2 more since I missed the first one. Oh, that one sent a piece over into the board. Last one. There we go. 3 for 3. Not sure what happened on that first one. All right. Come on. There we go. All right. Last one. The JTS dead center is at 18.1 grain. Not too bad on going in to the barrel. All right. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Shot number 2. Or I guess I could say pellet number 2. A piece of that hit the board. Okay. Last one. And with this. Woo. All right. And with that concludes the pellet testing, or well, more like just pellet shooting, I guess. Target practice, however you guys would like to put it. Yeah, that was the Ruger Impact Max Elite 22 caliber break barrel. Like I said, I've had this gun almost since the start of my air gunning hobby about 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years this summer. Never had an issue with it shooting. Never had an issue with it breaking. It's been a really good gun. I feel like probably one thing that Ruger could have done was made the stippling on the forearm and the if I don't the stock there, I guess. It is textured, but I feel like they maybe could have done it a little bit better. It's not bad. And I guess also I guess they could have made this railing out of metal. It's more of a plastic than anything. But other than that, that's really all I've got to say on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you like, and feel free to leave your own experiences, whether it's with this gun or other guns, in the comments below. And I will see all of you again in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.